Hello, hello, and welcome to
Hello,
the
hello.
welcome to the UVL 90-day challenge day 17. So, so today we're going to be talking about exploring the power of visualization. Exploring the power of visualization. Um, so we'll be talking about this, but first, let's introduce ourselves. So, hi everyone. My name is Sandy, and I'm the face of the Facebook business page, Sandy Caballero, Sandy to Empower Lives. And I'm here. I'm originally from Panama, and I reside in Surrey, British Columbia, Canada. I work in the movie industry, and I'm a proud digital business owner. Back to
My
you, Pat.
name, yeah. Hello, my name is Patsy. I am the Facebook business page of Joe Pat Blessings, and I'm a mother of four and a grandmother of nine. And I'm from Brunei, and now I'm residing in Canada. I'm a proud digital business owner.
Thank you, Patsy. Just I hope so that in the life goes smooth, but I think I'm having trouble with my Wi-Fi, so I think it's acting up. Um, so let's proceed. Okay, so like we mentioned, we are going to be talking about today's day 17 of the 90 days. We have concluded 17 days according to days of the 90 days. So our topic for today is explore the power of visualization. This is a very interesting topic that like is really good. So let's start with what is visualization. So according to the definition of visualization, visualization is the mental practice of creating clear and detailed images of your desired outcome. Okay, so it's about using your imagination to see your success before it happens. So there's the definition of visualization. Now, according to some scientific backing, they say that research shows that visualization activates the same brain areas that actual experiences do, enhancing motivation and focus. So a lot of athletes, entrepreneurs, and successful individuals often use this technique to achieve their goals. And I've seen this on some when we talk about sports. I've seen like teams that visualize winning their winning the game. I well, one of the good example of this is the I can't remember the name of the tennis player, but it's a lady was able to defeat Serena Williams. But she was able to do it because she was always doing the visualization. That she was defeating Serena Williams. So that's just one of the examples, of how the visualization is applied, in sports. Okay, so going to the second point, you wanted to add something, Patsy, about this, or we move to the second point?
Yeah, no, just go to the second point.
Okay, go ahead, Patsy.
How visualization applies to your online business. And I would say, like a relationship with prospects, we visualize that. And before we have a closing sale, there's one example,
Mhm.
and you can carry on the rest.
Okay, thank you, Patsy. Yes,
Mhm.
like Patsy mentioned, um, how do we visualization applies to your online business? Well, we can divide this into three steps. Okay, so the first step is setting clear business goals. So you first have to have a clear vision of your goals. So once you have your clear vision of the goals, then you can start visualizing. those milestones, those business milestones that you want to achieve. So, such as, what Patsy mentioned, um, having relationship, imagining having relationship with the prospects. um but social hold on, visualizing this, your business milestones, such as, for example, like you base your visualization on income, right? You want a specific income that you want to reach monthly, so that's setting a clear goal. So that's an example of a clear goal. Another good example is, expanding your network. For example, since we are doing online business, if you, let's say you started with focusing only on targeting in Canada with your advertising, but then, you wanna, okay, I wanna expand to UK, like example, or Australia, then you set up that clear goal, of expanding your online business to other areas in the world, And another one is achieving time freedom, something that, like we all are looking for, be able to have more time to do the things that we love and to spend the time with the ones that we love. So yeah, so turning those um, as abstract dreams into tangible targets. So that's the first step. The second step is imagining a day-to-day success. So here's where the example that Patsy was saying, a good example of that, picturing your daily task going smoothly, such as, um, creating compelling ads. So you're seeing yourself, doing an amazing ads that, are able to bring your prospects, like Patsy mentioned, building um, relationship with your prospects, like healthy relationships, also, be able to close sales, so this mental, when you're imagining this, this mental rehearsal in your mind improves confidence and efficiency in your actions. So a good
Mhm.
example is this, little kids, when you're a child, you're always imagining things in your mind, so when you're doing these exercises, um, try to be like a child, like where you don't put a stop, like saying, okay, this is not true, this is might not happen, forget about that. Think a little like a little child, imagining where there's no boundaries of the imagination.
Mhm.
So, um, so think of it that way. Another example of that, um, yeah, let's see. Oh, I think we have touched everything. So yeah, so just imagine like a little child, because the children, they don't have something that limits them, on their imagination. Like they have a huge imagination. I don't know if you, when you were a kid, like I used to play, with playing. Sorry, I used to playing with my neighbor friend,
Mhm.
with leaves, and
Yes.
we used to think, leaves were like money,
Yeah.
or you create like my house. I used to pretend, with my sister, like it was the mansion of the Barbies,
Yeah.
stuff like that. You create a imagination of things, that is not really happening, but you are imagining that it's pretending to be,
Yes.
so that kind of imagination is the one that you need,
Mhm.
so go back to be a child and imagine whatever you want to create in your things. Okay, so let's go to the third point. Go ahead, Patsy.
Steps to effective visualization in your business. Like for example, we want to know what we want to end goal. How much do we need? The dollar sign, how much we need to end our goals. So we visualize that in our minds. So, and you continue.
Okay. Yes. So when we're talking about steps to effective visualization in your business, we are dividing those into three steps now. Okay. So the first one is create a clear picture of what you want. Okay. So for example, be as specific of what you want, about you want, whether it's financial independence, more time with family, or personal freedom. Paint a vivid mental image of your end goals. And again, we come back to being like a kid, imagine. Don't let your imagination go wild, of the things that you want. Don't stop your imagination of confining, oh no, I don't think this is going to happen. No, let it go
Let it
wild,
be free.
imagine whatever you want. Yeah, let it free. Yes. So that's the first step. The second step is engage in all senses, okay? Because this is also important. Don't just see your success, but also feel it, Uh, you need to feel it to imagine the emotions you'll experience. So the conversations you'll have, the lifestyle you'll live as your successful business, owner. So as like the kid, again, if you go back to my example, the leaves that I was pretending with my friend, when we were kids, like it was money, uh feel it that way, feel it, pretending, imagine, and pretending and feel it, so when you do these two things, it will help you to make it, like come true, so that's the second step. The third step is daily visualization practice. Okay, so we have to practice every day. Okay, so I spend 5 to 10 minutes daily visualizing your goals. Um, this could be in the morning, to set the tone for the day, or just before going to bed, to reinforce your focus. So either you can either or you can either do it both. You can either do it also in the morning and also before going to bed. So, but yeah, practice daily. That's what is gonna make it, become more true, because you're gonna start believing it,
Yes.
that it's real, and that's what we want to create, that feeling, that you have it already. Okay, so let's go to the next point.
Benefits of visualization in your online business journey. As you were saying just now, daily practice in the morning and the evening, which is so true, visualize. You have to make yourself a habit of visualization. 5 minutes, visualize what are the steps to do, and it's good. Morning and evening, if you practice every day, positive, what you do, and in the morning, the success of the journey, you see, and the beginning and the end.
Hmm. Yes. So benefits of visualization in your online business journey. Why there's some benefits of this? Because by doing this, you're boosting your confidence. Um, so it reduces the doubts that normally we do have during our journey, especially when we're starting. Our journey. It's not an easy journey. You're gonna have your ups and downs.
Mm.
So this is a good way to be able to build that confidence and to remove the doubts that we usually have, along our journey. So when you constantly visualize success, right, your mind begins to believe it's possible, and reducing that self-doubt and imposter syndrome. So you want to make sure that uh, you do this to build more confidence to you, and to remove those negative thoughts that we usually have, like, oh, I don't think this is possible, you gotta remove those things. So this is why visualization really helps. And that's why, athletes, they usually do it, because, they want to be able to visualize, how they defeat their opponent, how they so when they go there they feel confident because they already saw the game happening before it happened. So that's the idea. So the second thing is enhances motivation. Okay, so seeing the future you want um to have, it helps you keep motivated to push through the challenges, obstacles that you might face, setbacks. So this will really help you, to overcome those things, um, and it keep you motivated. So the third thing will be like improving decision making, because you have been doing this visualization, right? It allows to mentally walk through scenarios where you had setbacks, and because you visualized it before, you saw on yourself, how you were able to overcome those obstacles and challenges. So that's why improves on decision making, because when you see those scenarios, you already are prepared, and you have more strategic decisions to do what you're going to do. So those are some of the benefits that you get from doing visualization. Okay, so let's go to the next point.
Yes, visualization for overcoming challenges. This is an interesting one, you know.
Hmm.
In like any other things, you know, we will have challenges, and we will visualize how we solve the problem, you know, step by step,
Yeah.
and how we overcome the um, challenges.
Hmm. Yes, this is a little bit to what we touched before. So again, facing setbacks. So visualization for overcoming challenges. When you visualize it, we go back to the example of the tennis player, for example. How she was able to see, on her picture. Like, let's imagine this. You The tennis player is playing against Serena Williams, and then she's on the far corner over there, and Serena Williams then throw the ball to the far end of the corner. And in her imagination, she sees herself running fast to the other side and reaching that tennis ball, and then you know um defeating that point to Serena. So those are ways of you can visualize how you can overcome challenges, before it happens. So when you get to that point of seeing that, you really she's really prepared to what she needs to do at that moment. So facing setbacks, when obstacles arise, visualization can help you stay grounded
Mhm,
and focus on your long-term vision. So
mhm,
imagine, how overcoming these challenges leads to greater success. So for example, in my example, how she was able to, when she was almost like losing the point, because she Serena throw the ball to the far other end, she was able to get it and then create the point, the win point for that set
mhm.
to against Serena. So that's just an example of that. We have a comment. So let's see. Oh, Robin Juna. Thank you, Robin. Thank you for watching. She say hello,
Yeah.
ladies. Thank you for
Hello.
your comment. Um, yeah, so the other thing is, we also building the other visualization for overcoming challenge, also second step, building resilience. Okay, because you want to visualize yourself handling difficult situations with calmness, no overreacting. So you want to make sure, by visualization, you know how to handle those situations, and be resourcefulness. So if we go back to again the same example, how she was able to, okay, what do I need to do, I came over here, but then she throw the ball to the other end. So just run, and then look for the empty spot and throw it there. So Serena wouldn't get, the point, because she thought that, she already won. That's it.
Mhm,
So by doing that, you know how to react, you know how to build that resilience, to to help you maintain that positive mindset when faced, those hurdles. So yeah, so that's one way to visualization for overcoming challenges. Okay, so the next point, Patsy.
Visualization techniques for business growth. Um, I thought it's a vision board, is it not?
Yes, that's a vision board.
It's a vision board, huh?
Yes.
And when you draw when a vision board, usually we have the picture of imagine the picture of traveling, that what you like, travel or a cruise, and those are the things that you have achieved your goal by visualizing those in the on the vision board. Okay.
Yes. Yes, thank you, Patsy. Yes. So visualization techniques for business growth. Yes. We can divide this into 3 points. Okay, so let's start with the first one. Like Patsy mentioned, vision board. So create a vision board with images and quotes, that represent the business goals that you want to achieve. So, and you gotta place it in a area that you're gonna see it all the time. So, they say, because you're working on your in your working place area, right? You can place it there so you can see it every day, and that will give you that daily inspiration. Okay. I can give you an example. I've been doing vision boards just before joining the business. And I have it, like on top of my, when I like in front of my bed. So every time that I wake up, I see it. And that's how I was able to achieve all the um, going up the ladder that on the movie industry, because I placed each position, that I wanted to achieve with arrows. And then as I went through, I was crossing them. So just to give an example, I, so usually, I started as an office PA, and then I wanted to become a second assistant production coordinator. So I put it there. And then eventually that came true, and I became a second production coordinator. Then I wanted to be a first assistant production coordinator. And then I work as a first assistant production coordinator, but I wasn't, according to the union, I wasn't, on that position officially. But guess what? Last year, because I had it on my vision board last year, when I had the setback, that the movie industry was on hold, I received a letter. I think it was at the beginning of the year. I received a letter because I was going to apply to, for that position, but I didn't. Um, so time passed, and then I received a letter saying that, what, that we have promoted you as a first assistant production coordinator. So that visual, that goal that I put on my vision board, it came true because, you got to see it all the time. That's what you wanted. And I just did one, like reaching my my third milestone. you know I put a date. Of course, it didn't came on the day that I wanted, but I just realized last night, just before going to bed, and I look at my paper, and then I saw the milestone that I wanted to reach, and I said, oh my god, I already reached this milestone. I gotta put a new milestone. So I changed to the next milestone. But yeah, just to show you, that yes, vision board works. So uh if you haven't started one, start making a vision board, because I recommend it. So yeah, so that was the first step. So the second step is future yourself visualization. Okay, so imagine yourself 5 years from now in the business. Okay, what does the ideal day look like? How do you what have you accomplished in your business? How do you spend your time? um, this long-term visualization strengthens your commitment to the journey. By visualization this, where do I see myself in 5 years? What kind of income am I making? um, how do I see myself, spending time with my family, or traveling? Imagine all this, your future self in 2 in 5 years. It's gonna help you to make it reality. And then again, this is true, because I don't know, I always, that's why I love movies, because like I love the movies, because you can create a world that doesn't really, it's real. So
Yes.
I think I'm like always imagining things, in my mind. So yeah, so before, when I first joined the business, and we were moving from, because we were renting houses at the time, and I see that, we were always moving from one place to another, because here in British Columbia is super expensive. um, so we were, my sister, my parents, and I, and we had to find places that, were affordable for us, and also, that were close to transportation, because my mom didn't drive, so she needed to be close to the transportation.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so, and also, for us to go to college. Um, so then I saw that, and then I say, you know what, we have to get a house. We have to get a house, because um, when my parents are gonna be retired, if the rental is gonna go up, so how are they gonna afford to live,
Mm-hmm.
because that's gonna be hard. So that's when I started to imagining, like I want a house, and I always imagining, a house, a house, a house. And then, eventually, we started to looking for a house, and see, and everything happens for the right reason, because um the last place that we were rented, we really love it there. But then, we started to look for a house, and the owner of the place that we were renting was selling the house. So we just moved out of the house that we were renting just in time before he sold the house, because we find out later, after we moved to our new house, um, that place that we were renting was already sold, and they were demolished. So if we would have stayed there, then we would have to find another place, to rent. So things happens, on the right time, and you have to imagine what you want. So that's another example of how things can come true. Another good example of that, um, back when I lived in Montreal, and I was, staying with my brother, my sister-in-law went into this one of things of law of attraction, and on the law, then she came home, and then she said, "Oh, Sandy, would you wanna do with me? I went to this conference, and we have to do like for 10 days, write. I think it was 10 days. We have to write 10 things that you're grateful for." But you're
Mm-hmm.
not supposed to write um, the same thing every day. It has to be every day has to be something different. So I did it with her for 10 days, but I don't remember this part. But apparently, while I was living there, I took a piece of paper of my notebook, and then I coded two cars, okay, and two picture of a cars, and I pasted there. And I guess those are the cars that I wanted at the time. um, Time passed by, we moved from Montreal to Vancouver. And when I was here in Vancouver, one day I was, unpacking the stuff, for that I brought from Montreal. And then I found this piece of paper that I did. I can't remember when I did it, but apparently I did it there. And when I see it, I was like, OMG. And I told you why. The picture that was one of the picture of the cars is the car that I had at the time. I don't have it anymore, unfortunately, because someone ran into me. It was a total loss. Um, but that car, it was the same car in the picture. Okay, just
Wow.
like, yeah, just like the movie The Secret. It was the same car.
Wow.
Yes. Um, and I was like, oh my God, it was the same car, the same model, the same color, everything the same. And I was
Wow.
like, oh my God. Yeah, yes. That was like, oh wow. And the funny thing of of this is, because when I moved to Vancouver, I used to have a car, but
Mhm.
I didn't have it anymore because my dad gave it away. So at first, when I started working, I was taking the buses, and all that. But in the area where I was working, it was like I was doing night shifts. So
Mhm.
um, the buses there pass every hour. So if I missed the hour, then I had to wait like 1 extra hour.
Mhm.
So then that's when I decided, like I need to get a car. So I started to look for different cars, and watching the reviews. And I end up with Mazda. So I went to Mazda, and then I liked the car, which is the one on the picture, the same. But the color that I was going to pick was a different color. But when I was about to sign the papers, the salesperson say, "Oh, you know what? I don't have the color that you want, but I do have this color. If you come with me, I'll show you." So he showed me the color of the car, and I said, "Oh, okay, I like that color." So
Mhm.
then I decided, and then it was the same color that on the picture. So yeah, it was the same car,
Wow.
the same model, everything. I was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe it." So yeah, just like the movie, just like the
Yes,
movie
yes,
happened
just
to
like a
me.
magic book.
Yes, just like the movie, it happened to me, but with a car. So yeah, so going back to where we were, um, business growth. I think we did already that the mental rehearsal for big events. Um, whether it's like you imagining yourself, or how everything happens. So for example, for some people, we're doing business meetings. Let's say like a pitch or something. They imagine themselves going through the meeting, and everything goes smooth. So they are preparing their mind, before it happens to make sure that everything goes good. Same for launching a new campaign. um Rehearsing for an event in your mind. So let's say you get to be a speaker, just rehearsing that in your mind, like everything's gonna be, I'm gonna be amazing, doing my speech, you know, um, all that kind of stuff. So that will
Mhm.
help you, to reduce anxiety, like that sometimes you might feel nervousness, Um, so yeah, so we're gonna go to the next point. Go ahead.
Visualization as a team practice.
Yes. So this one, I guess we are doing this one without even knowing. So when I read this point, I was like, oh, maybe we should need to practice this with our team, But in a way, we are doing it without even knowing, because like we are doing this UVL 90-day challenge, as a team.
Mhm.
So everyone is doing it on their own,
Yeah.
um, and but we are working towards a long-term goal, all of us.
Mhm.
So this is visualization as a team practice. But while I was going through this point, I realized that we can even do more things together.
Mhm.
So I like this point.
I like.
Yes. So what they say, they divide it into 2 points. So the first thing is a unified vision, okay, because you're working as a team. So you encourage team members to visualize collective goals, which that's one of the things that we are doing here. So we visualize, the collective goals. Um, Also, such as hitting milestones. We did that. Um, and expanding, the business globally. So when everyone is aligned, it strengthens the motivation and teamwork. So all of them, because we're working together and pushing together, uh, and helping each one of us, emotionally and all that. So by doing that, you create that uh, visualization together, so it's even more stronger.
Mhm.
Um, so the second point is collaborative visualization sessions. So this is the one that I love, that I didn't know, and I think we're gonna implement this one. They say like host visualization sessions during team meetings. Okay, so have everyone close their eyes and imagine the future of the business celebrating success. Achieving goals and working together harmoniously. So this is something that I think I'm gonna implement, um, that we can incorporate in our meetings, and it will really will help us, like we mentioned, all the benefits that you get, more confidence, be able to overcome challenges. So I think I'm gonna use this one, and I really love this point that I didn't know.
Yes.
Okay, so let's go to the next point.
Success stories, how visualization has worked in our business. I have listened to some success stories,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't know that the visualization had worked so much in our business. So I
Yes,
really believe that success stories can, you know, visualize in my life.
yes. Well, I share some of my success stories. Some that is not related to the business, and just the one that I reached. The last milestone that I just found out last night when I saw it. I said, "Oh, I reached this. I'm gotta put a new goal." Um, so yeah, so yes, it works. Now, when we're talking about other business in our community, I also know that some other business owners in our community, they have also use visualization. Like the law of attraction, by visualizing, and there we're able to achieve their goals. Reaching those milestones by doing this. So we do have proof, that this works, because there's a lot of people in our community that have done that, and that's how they were able to get where they are right now. um so it's, and like for some of them, like they didn't do advertising. It was just working, visualizing. Like there's a girl that is very good at that, um that she's known in our community, because of that, the law of attraction, the visualization, because that's how she was able to attract the people to her team, that she wanted to work with. So yes, we have success stories on that. Visualization has worked for them.
Mhm.
Okay, so the next one.
Incorporating faith and gratitude in visualization. I like this one very much
Hmm.
because faith to me is very important. In faith, we believe in yourself and believe in God, and God has given us so much. And in gratitude, um, for all the things, including my family. You thank the Lord for everything.
Yes,
You start thanking
yes.
for Sandy for helping me. For you are my good mentor.
Thank you, Patsy, but for you for being a good mentee, so thank you. Um, yes, incorporating faith and gratitude in visualization is very important, and that's one of the things that we also doing in our UVL 90-day challenge. We are putting, a gratitude post every day, and on top of that, we also doing the magic, writing 10 things to be grateful, and all those other stuff that we are doing. Because you have to be grateful, and sometimes we take for granted all the things that we should be grateful for all the things that we have. um for example, for being alive, waking up every day and being alive, be able to have the sun, the the rain, be able to breathe, be able to talk, walk. We gotta be grateful for everything that we have in our
Yes,
life. And like I say, many times we we
we
we
take for granted.
take it for granted. Yes. Thank you, Patsy. Yeah, we take for granted those things, and even if they feel like small things, it's big,
It's
because
big.
it's important. We wouldn't be here if
Yes,
we didn't have those things. So
yeah.
yeah. So So they say, gratitude for future success. So practice gratitude not only for what you have now, okay,
Mhm.
you should be practicing for that. And many, we feel, we, like I say, we take it for granted. So make sure that you practice that first, for what you
Yes.
have is very important. And then, once you have that, then also, um in, be grateful for the things that you are manifesting, you know by doing that, you're already also, saying that it has happened. So thank you, for example, thank you for reaching, for example, my fourth milestone, um because you already manifesting it, and you already been feeling that gratefulness, that you already reached that milestone. So practice those gratitude, for everything. Also visualize your success, while thanking God, for guiding you in this path, because we wouldn't be here, to tell you the truth, I wouldn't be here, and I'm pretty sure most of you who are in the online business, we wouldn't be
Yes.
here if it wasn't for God. Because one way or on another, I was led to this path, and then I'm here because I've been reflecting on my life, how my life has been, and it has been, rerouted so many times, and that's how I got here.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, you gotta thank God, for guiding you on this earth, to where you're supposed to be. I think we have a comment. We have Melissa. Thank you, Melissa, for watching. She say hello, watching from Mexico. You
Yeah.
see how global we are. Thank you for your comment. And she say, love the topic and God guidance. Yes, I totally agree with you, Melissa. Thank you for your comment. Um, so the other thing that we were saying is, where were we? Just give me a sec. Oops.
No, it's the same one.
The same, yes, okay. So the other thing that we were
I
talking
know.
about, faith in the process. Okay, so remind yourself and your audience to trust the process, and it's true. So like I always mention, enjoy your journey. You know, we all have different journey. We're gonna have our up and down, right? But enjoy the process of your journey, because those, when you look back, and you say, oh, how I was able to overcome these things, like I'm so grateful, that I didn't give up, that I keep pushing forward,
Mhm.
so be grateful for those things, and enjoy the process, because enjoy your journey.
Mhm.
That's really, you gotta enjoy your journey. That's the only way that you're gonna be able to enjoy. And one thing, I want to mention here, like for example, one of our friends in the business owner community mentioned, when they asked some athletes, what was more important for them, to be able to reach that gold medal in the Olympics, and they mentioned no. For them, their their goal, or what they really loved the most, was their journey to get to that point, be able, all the things that they have to go through to be able to reach that milestone. And that's true, because you gotta be grateful for the journey that took
Mhm.
you to get where you are, because you really, like you were talking about, being grateful for all the things that you went through, because that's what made you who you are, stronger, you have a better perspective, a better way to look life,
Mm.
so I, you have to have that, trust the process, and enjoy the journey, and do your work, and let God do his.
Yes.
Okay, so let's go to the next one.
It's the call to action. Start visualizing your success today. Start with 5 minutes.
Yes.
Imagine your success for 5 minutes and
Yes.
at the start.
Yes. So yeah, so here we are. This is for you, the audience. So we are challenging you to encourage you to start your own visualization practice. Um, so like Patsy mentioned, just spend just 5 minutes a day visualizing your success in the business or in your life, whatever you want to do, and see how it transform your mindset and actions. Okay. So we are inviting you to do it, and also share um, your vision goals for those who are not in the business, and for those who are in the business, share your business visions, and let us know in the comments, so we can, uplift each other on our journey to making true, our dreams. So that's it for our topic for today. So like we mentioned, our topic was explore the power of visualization. So if you haven't seen, if you didn't get to see, this topic, this one is a really good to watch. Make
Yes.
sure you watch it. For those watching the replay, we want to say thank you for watching the replay, and also let us know in the comments where you're watching from. For all the viewers that watch us today, thank you so much for watching us. Thank you for all your comments, all your emojis. And thank you for the support, for all our audience followers. Thank you. Um, so yeah, so what is the topic for tomorrow, Patsy?
Topic of tomorrow is topic discuss maintaining a positive mindset.
Yes, so that's the topic for tomorrow, how to maintain a positive mindset. So we're gonna bring you some little bit nuggets on those things, how you can keep, maintaining a positive mindset throughout your journey, because it's very important to feed your mindset every day, so you are able to overcome those challenges and obstacles. um, so see always the positive side of something negative, because there's always a positive side to that. But stay tuned for that for tomorrow. um, so that's it for today. And like we mentioned, if you guys want to follow us on our Facebook business page, they're on the screen, so you can follow us there. And if you want to learn how you too can earn online, you can you can register in our website that appears on the screen with your name and email address. And we send you an invitation to watch the webinar, same webinar that we watch, um, where you will hear the business plan that we offer. And also you can hear testimonials of business owners of our community. On top of that, you also get invited to our private Facebook group, where you will see more success stories of members of our community, and also more information about the business. So you are welcome to browse around, and ask questions to the person who brought you in, but make sure you watch the entire webinar first, because that's the only way that you're going to have a fully understanding of what it is. And if at that point, you decide to proceed and know a way more about the business, how all the other stuff that, how the business is composed, then at that time, you proceed to the next step. And then you get to find out, and you have is you pay the $149, which are 30 days refundable. So you got nothing to lose. You got 30 days to see all the information that we have. And at that moment, you decide, if you're and you do your due diligence, and you decide if this business is for you or if it's not. So if it's not for you, there's nothing to lose. Like I say, within 30 days, you get you can refund it, and you get your money back. And if you decide to proceed, then you go with the next step of booking your coaching call and go from there. So we want to wish everyone a happy Tuesday, a happy and blessed Tuesday, and have an amazing day. We're going to be doing another live, inviting you to our live webinar, because we have live webinars every Tuesday and every Thursday, and today is Tuesday. So we're going to be going another live about that, inviting you to the live webinar. So, so that's it for today, and have an amazing and blessed day and rest of the week. Bye, everyone. Thank you for watching,
Bye.
and hope to see you tomorrow for day 18. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.